You're listening to the Soda Podcast, and this is the Data Dream Team series. Coming up on the next episode is Gwen Shapira, engineering leader at Confluent. Gwen's 15 years of experience cover customers, code, and big data. Her passion projects as an author evolve around Apache Kafka, but she's also committed to mentoring individuals, building highly functional collaborative teams, and doing her part to help the next generation of database architects grow into the world of engineering. Let's hear from Gwen when she spoke to Jesse.
What would your first steps be to get into data?
Open a book and start reading and start a project.
Name some people that have influenced you.
Oh, wow. Okay. Mike Olson, Jay Krebs, Doug Cutting was a big one, Zhamak Dagani more recently, Chris Ricomini, Anna Povzner on my team. I learned so much from her.
That's a good list. Thank you. What is Captain Gwen's theme tune?
This is the greatest show. If you've watched The Greatest Showman, it's a horrible movie, but the music is kind of pumped up, has a good beat. I like that.
I was hoping it was some kind of military theme song, or maybe the march from Darth Vader.
Dude, I have not been in the military for 25 years. You're completely misrepresenting me here.
Can you still do a push-up, Gwen?
I am afraid to find out. I'm so out of shape.
Otherwise, we do a push-up competition right here, right now.
No, man. No way. You're actually kept in shape, unlike me. That's completely unfair.
What is something that everyone should be reading right now?
Okay, this is out of left field, but monetizing innovation is amazing for everyone who is working on a product of any kind. It is basically the most mind-blowing product book I've read in a very long time.
Thank you. What's your favorite example of data doing good?
I think, you know how every once in a while people leak a bunch of papers and then a lot of journalists kind of dive in and find out all the things that powerful people hid from the world for a very long time. So I'm very excited about things like the Panama Papers when they came up and all the journalists that did a lot of really hard digging in just tons of documents to find things that are very interesting and change the world.
How would you architect something to use Kafka with the Panama Papers?
Oh, Kafka is not the best fit. Like, I can see dumping a lot of stuff into Kafka and then routing it to a lot of different data stores in order to use their different strengths for slicing and dicing. So you throw it into Hadoop, into Elastic, into all those different systems would be my guess.
What are you passionate about that has nothing to do with data?
My bikes, always. Just riding my bikes on weekends. Like, California is so beautiful and has good weather pretty much every day of the year. It does have a bit to do with data. I am using Strava to track my rides, but it is definitely the way I just get lost in my thoughts and disconnect from everything.
Also, please don't disconnect so much that you get hit by a car.
Yeah, this is a risk, but I learned about a lot of side roads in the more agricultural parts of the state that are just quiet and amazing, and you can go for hours without seeing a single car.
If you could engineer anything, what would it be?
Probably next generation spy plane. Like the SR-71 is so inspiring and so many really hard problems got solved there. And it's just one of the greatest achievements that I think US innovation did. And I think in many ways it ended the Cold War because there was very little point after that. I would love to do something that changes the world in that extent, but also is just so far ahead of anything anyone can imagine, even at the point in time where this is being built.
Awesome.
Gwen, thank you. Another perspective, another great story. How fantastic to hear from an engineering team leader who is powered by data. Thank you, Gwen, for delving into those leadership highs and those leadership lows. As always, an episode that gives listeners a lot to take away and think about, and I think makes you want to come back for more. Visit dreamteam.soda.io to get access to more outstanding interviews and content from our data glitterati. We'll meet you back here soon at Soda Podcast.